What's up, guys? Your boys, 22K13. I'm here to give you guys a wrestling news wrap up for June 3rd, 2015. June 1st, WWE Raw viewership info. How did the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view affect this week's number? According to ShowBuzzDaily.com, last night's edition of WWE Raw, featuring the fallout from Sunday WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, took in 3.973 million viewers. This number is up from last week's 3.60 million viewership average. The hourly breakdown of this week's Raw is as follows. The first hour took in 3.946 million viewers. The second hour took in 4.113 million viewers. The final hour took in 3.862 million viewers. Backstage news on when Austin Aries' TNA contract expired. Austin Aries' current TNA deal reportedly expired the day after TNA Slammiversary. According to sources, talks between the two sides are ongoing, but no deal has been reached as of this writing. We'll keep you posted as we hear more. More on Brock Lesnar return to WWE, Samoa Joe booked for another indie event, and more news. Samoa Joe had been announced for an AIW event in Cleveland, Ohio on July 10th. As we previously reported, Joe has signed a full-time deal with WWE, but will honor his previously announced independent dates. It's likely that this date was booked before he signed a full-time deal yesterday, backstage at Raw. WWE aired an advertisement in Indianapolis last night during Raw for the June 22nd episode of Raw. The episode is a week after Money in the Bank. Brock Lesnar was advertised along with a dark match of Seth Rollins, Rusev, and Big Show versus John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. The dark match was likely made weeks ago as Rusev is currently injured. Backstage news on why the WWE has moved up Brock Lesnar's return to TV. The reason for WWE bringing back Brock Lesnar earlier than SummerSlam was because the feeling was that ratings for Monday Night Raw have declined since he last appeared on WWE TV. The WWE is hopeful that a huge draw like Lesnar can help boost TV ratings. Last week's episode of Raw averaged a 2.54 rating, which is the lowest rating the show has done for the month of May since the late 1990s. Original plan was for Lesnar to face Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam on Sunday, August 16th. However, now that match is rumored to take place at the Battleground pay-per-view on Sunday, July 19th. Backstage report. AJ Styles turned down a recent Big Time Money, Hall of Fame, and return offer from TNA. According to sources, AJ Styles turned down an offer to return to TNA. The company reached out to Styles and offered him a big money deal to return for a TNA Hall of Fame induction, along with what would likely have a match at Slammiversary. Styles turned down the offer, which was made about a month ago. Because his priorities are currently with Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, he is said to be very happy with both companies, especially New Japan. Tyson Kidd reportedly injured during last night's WWE Raw broadcast. As noted, NXT star Samoa Joe, who reportedly signed a full-time contract with WWE this week, worked a match against Tyson Kidd prior to Monday's Raw. According to one live correspondent, it appeared that Kidd suffered an injury toward the end of the match. Once the match was over, Natalya raced to the back. Cesaro quickly got into the ring, and the referee threw up the infamous X sign. Kidd was said to be visibly upset, leaving the ring, and appeared to be holding his neck and collarbone. We are awaiting additional detail on Kidd's condition. Make sure to check back for updates. Samoa Joe's new WWE contract not completed. As noted earlier, Samoa Joe had a new full-time WWE deal in place. However, Joe has not actually signed the contract yet. Both sides have agreed on terms, but the contract is still being written. Joe is expected to be the main focal point of the NXT brand moving forward, and possibly fast-track to the main roster, similar to Kevin Owens' situation. Potential WrestleMania 32 card. Bryan Alvarez discussed the potential WrestleMania 32 matches earlier today on the Wrestling Observer Live. He listed the following bouts that will most likely take place based on how WWE is currently pushing their product. The Rock vs. Triple H, Sting vs. The Undertaker, Steve Austin vs. Brock Lesnar, Hulk Hogan involvement, possibly the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. WWE 2K16 rumor, Bill Goldberg confirmed. Bill Goldberg had kept his distance from WWE since his departure in 2004, but a return in video game form could be on the horizon. A Twitter rumor is making the round across social media, supposedly showing an image of Goldberg's head being scanned for WWE 2K16. There's not much to go on to verify the information, but here's a tweet, and I quote, Goldberg confirmed for WWE 2K16. His skin is visible below. Goldberg was part of WWE 2K14 as an unlockable character 2 years ago, but wasn't part of last year's release. The timing of the possible leak is interesting, as Bill Goldberg recently revealed in an interview with Sports Illustrated that he had helped talk about working with WWE again in some capacity. The former WCW World Heavyweight Champion and WWE World Champion said, and I quote, I had a conversation with Paul Levesque recently, and I said, listen, I'm willing to put everything aside. If you guys want to sit down and make some money and have some fun, then let's do it. My son wants to see me wrestle, and I'm willing to put all the bad feelings aside. If you guys want to move forward and do this thing the right way, then let's talk. And that's the way it ended. There's nothing there. Truthfully, I don't even think they want me to come. Period. I'm just not of them. The fact that I'm not far outweigh the financial gain, which they truly may not even believe is there, and I'm good with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. The fact that he publicly saying that WWE has no interest in him wrestling for them is pretty telling, particularly with next year, WrestleMania 32 expected to be packed with big names, old-timers, to fill a 100K stadium. Angle involving The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin are already underway. Although, like with so many things in wrestling, opinion can change and WWE may decide they need him. WWE 2K15 is due for release in October. Ric Flair added to WWE NXT event. According to PWInsider.com, WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair has been added to the WWE NXT Live event this month in Columbus, Ohio and Pittsburgh. Flair's role on the show has yet to be revealed. Steve Austin offers advice on how to handle Roman Reigns. The latest edition of the Steve Austin Show, which can be heard at this link, features special guest Sam Roberts. The two discuss many topics, including WWE attempts to get Roman Reigns over as a top babyface. On that subject, Austin feels it would be better if Reigns worked as a heel first, and he had the following to say, and I quote, no matter what they do with him, he going to have to be heel first, and they trying to keep him babyface. I think Vince McMahon's goal is he going to work as a babyface, or he ain't going to work at all, and he going to flop bigger as a babyface, especially when they put him in there with other babyfaces. Paul Heyman returning to Raw. Paul Heyman, who appeared on the live Steve Austin podcast this week following Raw, is expected to make his return to television following Money in the Bank on June 14th. As we have reported, Brock Lesnar is being advertised for the June 22nd edition of WWE Raw, where Heyman will most certainly be present. Lesnar is not presently advertised for June 15th, but it's very possible they could bring his advocate back a week early to pave the road for a return program. Minor Jeff Hardy update. While we still don't have an official timetable for Jeff Hardy's return to the ring, it's being reported that some in TNA are hopeful that he could be back in action by August. The charismatic Enigma broke his leg in a dirt bike accident in early May. David Otunga will represent the WWE this week, helping Habitat for Humanity build houses in Chicago on June 5th. It's part of the organization building on 2015 campaign. And finally, Bret Hart confirmed Owen Hart documentary report. During an appearance on Jim Raw's Raw Report, Bret Hart confirmed that WWE indeed planned a documentary on the life of his late brother, Owen Hart. Bret and Jim confirmed that while WWE has not approached them yet to film new content for the documentary, but they could in the near future. The documentary is expected to be released on DVD and Blu-ray. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.